This mortal stench. Not even 10 millennia of pure chi can wash away. I truly don't understand why old Ancestor still keeps these ants around. Without these ants to the Thunderfire mine, where would our spirit gathering array get its resources? That man has been wandering here for 10 years, hasn't he? The mortal world is like defilement. Only by severing its roots can one attain immortality. My return today is to settle this final karmic debt. Xiao Bei. Father is here. This metallic stench of the mortal realm is truly unspeakable. Brother, sure. He is no longer the child you remember. The immortal gate entered his body. His mortal heart is already dead. Why do you torment yourself so? He doesn't remember. That year, when he was 3, on the main street, he wanted to eat Jujube candy. I carried him on my back, walking 50 li through the snow. He doesn't remember these shoes. His mother sewed them stitch by stitch before she left. This bone of yours, oh, is already useless. Giving it to him is his fate. The Immortal Gate has recently been collecting the mortal world tax. If mortals cannot pay 3 measures of spiritual sand, 3/10 of their vital souls will be extracted to repair the mountain-protecting Grand Array. Brother, sure, you must hide. If I can't pay the spiritual sand, then I must use my life to fill it. If you make a move, you'll be exposed. For Xiao Bei, I must live. Mortal realm flowers don't even have a trace of spiritual energy. What a waste of a species, a waste of a flower. The shoe. Pick it up. The flower. Nurture it, and give it back to her. A cripple is telling me how to do things? You don't even have a single trace of spiritual energy fluctuation on you. Yet you dare to bark so wildly here? The fueling art. Low-tier bone shattering. You. What forbidden art have you practiced? Celestial Venerable Beichin has given an order. Clear the area. Guixu. The medicine. You use that power. You will die? Every time you use it, your essence burns. If I don't burn, I'm afraid I won't even see his shadow. When that bone was placed inside his body back then, the deception began. This fueling art is the forbidden of the forbidden. It's not borrowing power. It's using one's life to fill an unfillable void. If this continues, before you even see Celestial Venerable Beichin, your bones will have already turned to ash. Ash is fine. At least ash is clean. This crippled body of mine. Every extra day I live is a bonus. Guixu. Don't waste medicinal herbs on me. Those are the resources you need to heal your eyes. My eyes are blind in the flesh. But your heart is blind in obsession. Brother sure. For that immortal bone. You severed your sword Tao, crippled your cultivation, and even promised old Ancestor never to ascend the heaven-reaching peak for all eternity. But he is no longer Shi Xiaobei. He is my son. As long as he lives, and that bone beats within him, I must watch over him. Protect him. Even if he has forgotten me. Even if he crushes me like an ant. Yesterday, in the bustling market, someone used an unknown, anomalous power. It repelled an inner disciple. Old Ancestor has given an order. We absolutely will not allow any unsettling elements to exist within 100-li radius. The spiritual pressure reaction has vanished, but that scorched smell still lingers. This area is full of mountain porters and cripples. Who here has such ability? Today, we will reveal his true form. The incident in the bustling market yesterday. Did you witness it? My lord. This humble one was working at the counter in the shop all day yesterday. I did not go out. Strange. There truly isn't a trace of spiritual power in such a filthy place. To find such beauty. Take her away. Take her away. We just happen to need a medicinal guide for meridian cleansing. She's just a blind commoner girl. Spare her. Such trash. And you treat it like a treasure. Fueling art, second tier. Blood scorch. The shoe. Give it back to me. You. You're not immortal. You're a fiend. You killed someone from the Immortal Gate. They will soon blockade this entire area. Brother, sure. Let's go. The grand ceremony is imminent. Heaven-reaching peak is locked down like an iron barrel. Guixu, you must go. Take this. And find the shopkeeper of Suji Pharmacy in the north of the city. He owes me his life. He will get you out of the city. Nine cauldrons merge into one. Bone transforms into true god. Old Ancestor, you still intend to use his life to pave your path to immortality. This crude body art reminds me of someone who went missing many years ago. Shi Xiaobei, you truly didn't die? Old Ancestor promised to spare your life, allowing you to cling to life at the foot of the mountain. They touched what should not be touched. And they touched the person who should not be touched. Celestial Venerable Baichin tomorrow will personally preside over the meridian cleansing ceremony. He doesn't know who you are, but in his heart, an ant like you must be personally severed to truly cut off the mortal world. Today, Celestial Venerable Baichin shall patrol on behalf of heaven, collect the mortal world's debts, and open the heaven-reaching road. At the end of the mortal world lies the void. Look at those ants below the stand. Their existence is to complete your divine path. Go. Execute that sinner. Disciple respectfully obeys the Ancestor's command. It was this sinner who harmed us. Damn him. So you were the one in the bustling market yesterday? You resemble her. So much like his mother. Nonsense. Such a thing as piercing and detaching an immortal bone. You can do as well. Today, I shall cleanse the Immortal Gate's household in your stead. Xiao Bei, you want to kill me? Then use your hands to kill the curse within my body. Who exactly are you? Why does the aura within you stir my immortal bone to tremble? I am the ghost flayed and dismembered by your immortal gate. I am the lonely soul who died on that day of heavy snow. Fiend, how dare you run wild in Tianshu City? Form the array. Quick, form the array and kill him. That's INS voice. Young lady Guixu, come with me, since he caused such a huge commotion. It was to buy us a chance to leave the city. I won't go. If he dies, what meaning is there in my living? You're being foolish. This is a trap by the immortal gate. He deliberately lured us into this scheme. The great pacification that year. You haven't forgotten, have you? Ah, get out of my head. Shopkeeper Sue, tell me. Brother Sher's identity back then was absolutely not as simple as just a genius sword cultivator. Isn't that right? When the previous human emperor fell, the myriad laws withered. It was he who used his body as a shield to block the immortal gate's first wave of harvesting. Why him? Because he had a weakness. The old ancestor threatened him with Xiao Bei's life, demanding he hand over the sacred immortal bone and the Firekeeper's legacy. He agreed, but he held back a move. Humph, still won't speak? Ha ha ha. With just these mere trifles? Your self-proclaimed renowned sects are nothing more than this. Why is this so familiar? It seems I've lost someone important. Forget those mundane past dreams. Sure, Yin passed the last trace of his fading ember flame to me. Guixu, tomorrow I will go to the execution ground. If I don't come back, take this with you. If we're saving him, we save him together. I have a way to sneak into heaven-reaching peak. This is the celestial silk. As long as I use it, no one can detect my aura. Are you mad? This is a sealed divine artifact. Today, with the Father's blood, I open the Son's divine path. Xiao Bei, personally carve out his heart to consecrate your immortal Tao. Xiao Bei, one last look at your father. Old ancestor, you want my bloodline inheritance? Then let's see if you can bear the suffering of these myriad households. Take Guixu away. Take good care of her. Not completely dead yet. To actually burn his life soul to resist body snatching. So be it. As long as that inheritance seed enters this brat's life soul. The grand scheme is decided. Brother, sure. You traded your life for his clarity, and I will use your face to complete the divine path. I must see him alive. That true fire of the mortal bone would never disappear without a trace. The old ancestor said, if that finger bone isn't recovered, all of you will be fed into the myriad soul's banner. Date candy. Tiger head shoes. Rebellious disciple. Wake up. The immortal bone the old ancestor gave you is not for you to pine for those insignificant beings. Quick, tell me what that taint left inside you. He's laughing. He told me, the bones of immortals are cold, but the blood of mortals is warm. Madman, you're completely insane. Shi Yan. No, you are, young lady Guixu. It's me, Uncle Su. Is he truly not coming back? He ignited his life soul. That is the ultimate end of mortal bone cultivation. It's called turning to ash. Young lady Guixu, he didn't want you to go. Precisely because he didn't want you to witness his disappearance. These are the mortal brothers who followed him back then. They didn't die by demonic beasts, nor did they die in war. They were all refined into pills as medicinal dregs by the immortal gate. Is this the truth he wanted to protect? This is merely hatred. The true legacy lies in this line of words. The mortal flame burns unceasingly, all life unending. Young lady Guixu, since you've chosen this path, you are no longer Guixu. You are Shi Yan. From this day forth, I will let all immortals under heaven know that crippled blacksmith has returned. Old man, I'll ask you one last time. Have you seen the companion of that injured person? You're courting death. Since you won't speak, then the dozens of lives in this house will pay for that criminal's debt. You. Weren't you shattered by the old ancestor? Are you human or ghost? It hurts so much. So, this is the pain brother sure endured daily? This bone-dislocating pain? Kill. You've acted too dangerously. If that lord were to personally intervene, this disguise wouldn't escape his divine sight. He was injured in that impact, and is currently in secluded cultivation. Uncle Su, mentioned on the remnant page. The Tomb Guardian. Where exactly is he? Traces of Shi Yin appeared in the South City. Of 5 outer sect disciples, 1 died, and the rest went mad. Absurd. The old ancestor personally shattered his divine soul. Unless he is a nirvana physique, rare in a myriad ages. Otherwise, there's no possibility of survival. Your subordinate has investigated. That blind girl has disappeared, but the South City killer's sword moves and aura are identical to Shi Yan's. 4 bloody characters were left on the wall. What characters? Return my immortal bone. That blacksmith isn't dead. He's returned from the underworld. Xiao Jin. Someone named Shi Yin has appeared outside. He's provoking your dignity. He's not dead. I knew it. He wouldn't die? Humph. Since you wish to see him, I'll give you a chance. 3 days from now, you will lead troops to battle. Personally pacify the South City. If that person is truly Shi Yin, then kill him again. If it's a fake, then use the blood of 10,000 people to cleanse your wavering heart. If I appear with your father's face, would you kill me or save yourself? Brother Sure, cross this valley entrance, and you enter the forbidden zone of mortal bones. Back then, the old ancestor personally led 3,000 sword cultivators to flatten this place, but half of them perished. This place suppresses all spiritual energy. Only that specific aura can enter. I hear them. They are crying and laughing. Uncle Sue, you stay outside the valley. If I don't emerge in 3 days, then return to the city. Find every way to take Xiao Bei away. Even if you have to cripple his cultivation, don't let him remain by the old ancestor's side. This junior, Shi Xiaobei, requests an audience with the Tomb Guardian. That foolish one who, for his son, tore himself apart and sold out to the immortal gate. Didn't he already turn to ash? Ah, he did turn to ash. But his fire is not yet extinguished. The flesh is real, the form is real, but the bones are fake. Speak. Where is Shi Xiaobei? The Firekeeper's legacy must never fall into outsider hands. Brother Shi has sacrificed himself. This junior did not come for the legacy, only to borrow the soul lamp. The immortal gate seeks to reap the world. Mortals across the realm need a light. That lamp burns the Firekeeper's life. Since he didn't teach you how to light it, it means he wants you to live. From the moment I put on this skin, I already had no way back. Immortal Venerable. All rebels who had contact with the sinner Shi Xiaobei have all been escorted here. A total of 1,323 souls. Gee, the hour has come. First batch. Commence execution. Xiao Bei. Wait until father finishes forging this sword. I'll take you to buy date candy. Hands. Stop. Ah. The old ancestor's command is, I say, come. Xiao Bei. You are wavering. This is merely a grain of sand in the mortal world. If you cannot bear it, you will never cultivate the true path of ruthlessness. Kill them. Master. If cultivating immortality means slaying one's former self, then this immortal Tao, I'd rather reject it. Impudent. Since you cannot bring yourself to do it, then this master shall act in your stead. This lamp has waited too long. Its fuel is destiny unfulfilled. Take this step. Once this step is taken, there will be no turning back. If it is for what one holds in their heart, even if this life is completely consumed, what does it matter? Aya. Ginger. Ancestral Master above. We shall not disgrace our mission. Miss Shishi. Quickly, take off this skin. The soul lamp's power is too fierce. It's burning you as lamp oil. If you don't take it off now, you'll grow together with this skin. I can't take it off anymore. Uncle Sue. From the moment the lamp was lit, the mortal bones will has already taken over this skin. If I transform back now, the soul lamp will instantly extinguish. Those awakened mortal wills will once again plunge into eternal darkness. This is the price. Shurian's pain back then was bone deep. Your current sacrifice of self is even more agonizing. These immortal corpses are merely the vanguard. The old ancestors beneath the wasteland have had their appetites stirred by the soul lamp. If you don't leave now, you will all become new neighbors of the Myriad Valley. That stone lamp. It seems that lame person actually did leave a contingency there. Old ancestor, calm your wrath. But the soul lamp's red glow Just kill them all. WW. Go. Activate the icy cicada freezing array. I want the 100-mile radius around Tianshu City to turn into eternal permafrost. I'll see how he can ignite. In the face of absolute cold. Let them go. I beg you. Let them go. The old ancestor said, as long as you personally crush this Jade Cicada and immediately return to the immortal Tao, this ice seal will be lifted. The old ancestor is forcing me into the city. Don't go in. It's a trap. You'll instantly be struck by a volley of 10,000 arrows. Uncle Sue. The soul lamp is called enduring light for a reason. It must illuminate others. If I hide here, watching them freeze to death, then this lamp, what meaning would its ignition hold? Help me do one last thing. Spread the word. Tell everyone. Sure, Yin has returned. He brought back the fire. Tell them not to fall asleep. Shopkeeper Sue. Is that true? Did Boss Sure really come back? Not only has he returned, he even brought back the mortal's lifeblood from Myriad Valley. Brother Sure said, the immortal gate wants to freeze our blood, so we shall ignite our blood. What should we do? As long as Boss Sure gives the word, he can use these old bones however he pleases. The old ancestor will hold the cicada shattering ceremony on Tongtian Peak to publicly crush the immortal venerable's legacy within his brow. That is our last chance. Brother Sure needs 1,000 brave men who fear no death. Use your blood to consecrate that mortal bone sword array. Sure, Yin not only left a lamp back then, he also left a sword. But that sword has no physical form. It is hidden within the backbone of countless mortals through the ages. Girl, with your current cultivation, you cannot wield that sword. Unless what? Unless you are willing to let 10,000 ghosts pierce your heart and use this skin to bear the resentment of countless mortals. I no longer have a self. Come. Old Ancestor. My bones. Can you still hold them? Something is wrong. The old Ancestor clearly shattered his divine soul. This aura. It's not spiritual energy, nor is it vitality. It's the enduring resentment of the dead. What are you still staring for? This is an illusion meant to corrupt your will. Kill him. Are you truly him? If you are not him, why do you come to me with those eyes? Ah, Xiao Bei. Father has come to get you. Home. My kin. Boss sure has returned. The immortal gate treats us as dregs, as blood food. Today, even if we die, we must tear a piece of flesh from these immortals. Rebel. Fight them to the death. Since you seek death, then this seat shall grant it to you and your son. I remember now. Date candy. It really is sweet. He cannot die. If he dies, all sacrifices will have been in vain. "10,000 ghosts, heed my command. With my fragmented body, I shall exchange it for his eternal life." You have toiled greatly. The path ahead. You shall guide him. No. Brother Shi. You are clearly still here. Quickly, come back and save him. I am already but withered bones. All that remains is this sliver of unyielding resolve. Within that Jade Cicada hides the last trace of the mortal bone's true essence. When it shatters, that will be the old ancestor's moment of soul possession. You must, before then, sever this path of fate. I'm sorry. Stop me. Do not let this power consume everything. You actually destroyed this seat's vessel. Brother Shi, you protected him for 10 years. For the rest of the path, I will die in your stead. The immortal path is dead. The mortal path is yet unborn. Henceforth, this mortal realm shall no longer have Beichin immortal venerable. Only the firekeeper named Shi Xiaobei. Xiao Bei. Don't look. Stop thinking. Flee. The Immortal Gate's reinforcements will soon fight their way back from the other peaks. Though the old ancestor has suffered a Dao injury, he will never let you go. Uncle. Is this the path he left for me? Using all of your lives to exchange for this bone of mine. That blind woman dared to use such a forbidden art to perish together. That wisp of primordial spirit. This seat spent a millennium to cultivate the immortal lure. Old Ancestor. Bei Chen. That fiend has already taken Shi Yan's mortal bone and fled into the dark passage of the slums. Our people cannot stop him. His current power is strange. That is the mortal bone's marrow-burning power. He won't last much longer. Issue this seat's divine decree. Seal off Tianshu City. Activate the 10,000 souls life-chasing instrument. I want to make every living person around him become a nightmare to torment him. Eat something, Xiao Bei. If you don't eat your fill, how will you endure this night? Xiao Bei, your father's old blacksmith shop has a hidden compartment underneath. If he foresaw this day, he would surely have left something for you. The truth. I've returned. The immortal bone is a deception. The mortal bone is a cage. So, all of this was a lie. The old ancestor commands, orders you to return to the mountain to face death. Tell that old geezer, I will keep this life for now. When I return from the sea of suffering, I will use his head to sacrifice to these citywide ice sculptures. Shi Xiaobei. So what if you fused with the rebellious bone? You are merely a spent force now. This bone, the old ancestor will claim. You cultivate the path of heartlessness. What you sever is the mortal root. Today, I shall use this mortal bone to sever your immortal path. Mortal bone. Ember slash. Sister Guixu. The letter father left behind is hope. And also the final bait. Shi Xiaobei knows the path to the sea of suffering will be a bloody road paved with the corpses of immortals. Yes. Is it the slaughter god sent down from the mountain? No. I'll help you escape. Over there. Seize that renegade. The old Ancestor commands. Whoever retrieves the mortal bone shall be granted an elixir of immortality. Kill. Is this the world you once saw? Those lofty ones treat us like livestock. They won't even spare our corpses after death. Mortal bone, rekindle. Sister Guixu. Xiao Jin. Advance. Towards the shadow's edge. Turn back. Shoreless. This place leaves no living bone. All who enter the sea become dust. I didn't come to turn back. I came to send you to shore. Arc. P. You are wombing. Shiyan, that little darling, actually passed down this bone. Lad, do you know how many mortal bones that sought to defy heaven have sunk in this sea of suffering? My father said, you would take me to the other shore. The sea of suffering has no other shore. There is only endless cycles of reincarnation and lives that cannot be regained. If you want to board the boat, exchange your memories for it. Every person who boards this boat must leave a piece of their most cherished memory as resources. If the memory is not profound enough, the boat will capsize. Lad, which memory will you choose? If I forget all this, will I still be me? Forget them. You are a god. Remember them. You are this sacrifice in the sea. Then I shall be this sacrifice. This is not Shiyan's path. He is cleansing his bone using the sea of suffering. Lad, do you see clearly? That is the heavenly chosen physique. Back then, the old ancestor, above the 9 heavens, refined a divine embryo. It was meant to be the only one in this world capable of carrying the vessel of the eternal immortal path. If that is a divine embryo, then who am I? You are the discarded product that Madman Shiyan stole from the divine altar. To grant you mortal emotions, he forcibly extracted its true spirit and placed it into a mortal woman's womb. It is the humanity stripped from that divine physique. This is mine. No one shall take it. The old ancestor seized you to bring you back, is to make this trace of you return. When immortal and mortal merge as one, the old ancestor can then achieve eternity through soul possession. Your current mortal bone is merely his whetstone for sharpening his divine physique. She has been here. Sister Guixu. She's not dead. She is imprisoned here. This is the end of the sea of suffering, and also the blind spot of reincarnation, to preserve that sliver of your humanity. She did indeed seek out this place, but to save her, You must first kill the god opposite you. GD. Shurian brought you to the snowfield to temper your resilience. This is not enough. The essence of the mortal bone path lies in the word severance. Xiao Bei, don't look back. Sister has always been with you. Sister Guixu. All the suffering in this mortal realm. You have endured for me. If the mortal bone demands a price, then let my life be forged along with it. This mortal bone I cultivate. It is to allow those with compassion to live peacefully and safely beneath the sun. I hope when you face that twin divine physique, you can still speak so. The old ancestor already reserves wretch. The old ancestor grants mercy beyond the law, leaving you a complete body. Should you stubbornly resist again, I shall ignite your remnant soul into the soul lamp. To endure 10,000 years of burning torment. Boy catch. This is absolutely not Shi Yan's sword intent. This is the curse of mortals throughout the ages. Foolish child, do you truly believe Wu Ming discovered this underground palace? This is the tomb this seat prepared for you. That is the heart-devouring seed refined from Guixu's blood. Every time you wield the mortal bone, a wisp of her divine soul will weaken. To kill or not to kill. You choose for yourself. Go. There is a barrier there that shields from outside prying eyes. The fish has already taken the bait. Once he reaches the tomb of heaven and gathers the malice of all past mortal bones, that moment will be when the old ancestor harvests the fruit. The sea of suffering is boundless. Every step is a trap. Who exactly are you? The old ancestor calls you tomb guarding old ghost. The mark on your arm is identical to father's, since you are the firekeeper. Why do you watch this mortal realm become purgatory? These 3 words. I haven't heard them in 50 years. Boy. Your father, Shi Yan, was a hero. He rather shattered his bones than failed to protect that spark. As for me, I am a coward. 50 years ago, I personally opened the barrier for the immortal gate to descend upon the mortal realm, merely to obtain a baseless, non-existent ascension slot. It was you. You caused the death of everyone in father's generation, but I found that the eternal life granted by the immortal gate was an illusion built upon the desiccation of myriad bones. I fled into the sea of suffering and became a ferryman for 50 years. I was waiting for someone who could lead me back to shore. You. You are that creditor. Sister Guixu. Don't be afraid. I'm coming to save you now. Don't agitate yourself. The old ancestor wants you to burn out your will in the sea of suffering. The heart-devouring seed devours your emotions and slays her soul. If I am not ruthless, what use is cultivating this mortal bone? We're here. Here lie buried generations who challenged the immortal gate and failed, heroes of the mortal bone. The reason the old ancestor dares not come in person is because there's forbidden way here, forfeit the will of all beings. They are all waiting. They are not waiting for you to save their lives. They are waiting for an excuse to rile the stories they intend for you. Boy, grip your sword tightly. Every brick and stone here is a price to be paid. This spark, I cannot take it with me, but I can pass it on to that child who is still crying. So you already knew. You already knew this was a path to death. Old ghost. Do you think by bringing him to hide here, the old ancestor won't find him? This heaven bears the name immortal. Not mortal. If you wish to harm him, you'll first have to step over my old life. Ha ha ha. Gasp. Boy. Draw your sword. What? Can't bear to part with your little lover. As long as you draw your sword and unleash your origin power, her divine soul will shatter a fragment. This taste. If you don't draw your sword, the heroic souls of all beings will be destroyed. Sister Guixu. Tell me. What should I do? Don't weep for us. Draw your sword for us. The backbone of mortals. Never bends for immortals. This sword strike is not for me. It is for the myriad unyielding souls of this mortal realm. Jianyi. Eternal hatred. Boy. You did it. You borrowed the souls of this tomb, stripped away divinity, and reshaped a mortal physique. One who abandons the sword can truly see their true self. Ha ha ha. What immortal bones eternal hatred. Boy. Don't look at that sword. That sword of eternal hatred has already burned out its soul. Forcibly holding on to it will only shatter you along with it. This is my only cherished keepsake. In this sword lies father's remnant and sister Guixu's blood. If I abandon it, what will I use to slay the old ancestor? The sword is a cage. Attachment is a shackle. If you do not let go, how can you bear this eternal, inextinguishable flame? Rather than letting this broken sword drag you to your death, let this old man atone one last time. Sure, Yin didn't finish teaching. Your last lesson. This old man will teach it. Oh. A fine abandonment of the sword. This seat would truly like to see. Without that sword forged from hatred. What will you use to face all the worlds? Old Ghost Sue. Sure, Yin has already turned to ash. And that little darling hides in the sea of suffering, not daring show his face. You insignificant ants. besides providing the old ancestor with vital energy. What other use do you have? Ha ha ha. Our purpose is to watch you immortals. Burn yourselves to death by your own greed. Is that you? After all these years. I finally see you again. Xiao Bei. You cultivate the mortal bone. Is it to kill? Or to save? I want to slay all those high and mighty little darlings. I want to rescue Sister Guixu. Remember, Bayer. The purpose of an umbrella is not to obscure the sky, but for those who cannot escape the rain, to shield them from everything. To hold up a patch of clear sky. Your sword. For whom should it be drawn? I. I can only wait until. This far. Abandon the sword. What are you fighting? Sound of struggle. Struggling. Exertion. Don't fight back. Grunt. This is a trap. Don't kill them. Since you are the suffering of all beings. Then enter my very bones. I abandon hatred. Abandon the sword. Now I come to reclaim my true spirit. You will never become an immortal that way. Old man. I never intended to become an immortal. Old ancestor, the pain you inflicted upon me. I now return it all to you. Shi Yen. Do you see? He didn't follow your old path. He transformed all the suffering in this world into his own divine miracle. Old Ancestor, that impediment is surely doomed by karma. That spearhead was imbued with the familial blood chi of 100,000 mortals. Who can withstand that karmic impact? What a pity for that divine physique. If it weren't for that fiend, so stubbornly defiant, the old Ancestor would likely have already ascended to the 9 heavens. Who dares trespass upon the sacred grounds of the immortal gate? I have returned. Shi Xiaobei has already shattered his sword. If the mortal bone loses its hatred, it will become a crippled bone. Old Ghost Su, since the one you await won't return, then this last measure of vital blood, this saint shall claim it for you. You're not dead. The immortal chi in your body was actually engulfed. Not corruption. It's a return. You're back. That's good. Kid, your hair. It's good that it's white. Uncle Sue, don't speak. I'll send you to the sea of suffering to find Wooming. He's waiting there. Do you feel it? He's returned. He's returned with that divine physique you corrupted. The closer he approaches, the more brilliantly this heart-devouring lotus blooms. And the more real your suffering becomes. Xiao Bei. Stay away. This is a trap. Only by killing him and retrieving that mutated mortal bone can this seek complete the final myriad bone heaven-mending art. Though you've cultivated the mortal bone, the old Ancestor's formation conforms to the heavenly Tao. All who enter this formation are mere sacrificial dogs. Hey, if my existence causes you pain, then I would rather fall into eternal stillness. He gave up. Kill him quickly. Mortal bone. Rebirth form. It seems that person's plan is also nearing completion. When you see this, it means you have returned here. Don't listen to the old ancestors' lies. Hidden within this mortal bone is not eternal life. It's the debt father left for you. The old ancestor doesn't want your life, but the red dust resentment accumulated for 10,000 years within this bone, capable of reversing karma. He wants to use this resentment to break through the confinement of the heavenly Tao shackles that have bound him for millennia. What you left for me was never some divine artifact, but for me to accompany all the people of this world and roll in this mire of suffering with them. Rebellious son. This is a forbidden land of the heavenly Tao. If ordinary mortals take but half a step in, their divine souls shall be utterly extinguished. Xiao Bei. Save us. Xiao Bei. Save us. Foolish child, you've finally arrived. She is right before you. As soon as you take that final step, these 9 soul-severing nails will instantly pierce her sea of consciousness. Her life and death now entirely rest upon this one step you take. Old man, release her. You want my bone? I'll give it to you. Ha ha ha. It's too late to offer it now. This seat demands you personally enter the formation. Use the residual warmth of your mortal bone to nourish this blood lotus. When you completely become sustenance for this lotus, only then can she live. Father, to save me. Dug out his bone. Sister Guixu, to save me. Pierced her skin. Now, is it my turn? Sister, don't be afraid. I'm coming. Go. Hurry, go. He's deceiving you. He's using your blood to activate the myriad bone heaven-mending altar. The great task is accomplished. Mortal bone sacrificed. Sacred soul as a catalyst. It's finally this seats. This is the legendary ultimate I seed. With it, one can transcend the mundane and achieve eternity. The burden can left for me is for me to carry away all the greed that doesn't belong to this world. Don't go. I beg you. I no longer have my father. I cannot lose you too. In this life, sister cultivated with you. This mortal bone. Mortal bone, embers blazing the heavens. Alas, foolish child, what distinction is there between immortals and mortals in this world? All bones must ultimately return to dust. You wish to save her? Then it depends if you dare go to that place. That is the void of return, the ultimate destination of all souls. There, you can recover her fragments. But the price is that you can never be human again. Once you enter the void of return and retrieve this seat's other half of the divine spark, your mortal bone will be nothing but this seat's stepping stone. Ha ha ha. Thirsty. Shi Xiaobei. The old ancestor has already entered. Within the void of return, there is no time, no direction, only an endless cycle of return. The gate of the void of return has opened. Once you step inside, there will be no Shi Xiaobei left in this world. If you step inside, your mortal shell will be peeled away inch by its rules. You wish to save her? You must use your physical body to mend her dissipated spiritual senses. Mortal shell? I lost it long ago. Kin is gone. Sister is fading too. What use is this mortal shell to me? If, with this mortal bone, I can exchange for a sliver of life for her, what is there to fear? Not just your mortal shell. Once you enter the void of return, your mortal bone will be unable to withstand the divine sparks, fragments impact, and will undergo permanent mutation. When the old ancestor was enthroned on high, didn't he see us as monsters? The ninth one. Shi Yan. You ultimately still let him reach this point. Mortal bone, red dust command. Little darling, you actually chased me in. Here, this seat is the sovereign. Do you see that CI? That is half of the divine spark this seat left behind. Once I retrieve it, this heaven and earth shall tremble beneath this seat's feet. Ha ha ha. So that's it. So that blind girl was the true catalyst. Shi, you truly deceived this seat. Ha ha ha. Return her to me. Immortal is but immortal. No matter what kind of bone you cultivate. Before a true god, you are ultimately naught but ash. Little thing. Watch her last wisp of true spirit vanish. Xiao Bei. Do not beg him. Broken bones. The ashes of the mortal bone mourn together. This half-divinity you cannot take. Because this was originally meant to suppress immortals like you. To exist for the immortals. No, impossible. You are merely a vessel for a segment of a decaying will. You are but the dregs Shi Yin left behind. This seed has already attained half-godhood. What right do you have to stop me? Immortals do not enter the cycle of reincarnation. Mortals shall eventually return home. Is that you? Didn't you turn to ash? Since this seat cannot obtain it, then let this Guixu utterly collapse. No. Shi Yin. You can protect him for a moment. But can you protect this mortal realm for eternity? As long as this pillar falls, Guixu will reverse flow. The immortal gate will also fall. The mortal realm will also turn to ash. Everyone dies together. He doesn't need to protect it. I haven't settled this debt yet. No, this foul resentment. How could it possibly mend the cycle of reincarnation? Xiao Bei. Father, this time, I truly have to forge the last sword. Mortal bone, forged by all living beings. Let go of me. I am a god. I cannot die here. The debts of mortals, you have yet to settle. The eternal life you pursue is actually sustained by devouring others' lives. Old Ancestor, every single wave in this sea of suffering is your sin. Sister. Look. It's decided. Xiao Bei. Why has your hair turned completely white? The old ancestor is dead. The cycle of reincarnation is stable. But, Xiao Bei, you cannot go back. You are now the master of Guixu, and the only tombkeeper in this world. Once you ascend and leave, this cycle of reincarnation, which has only just stabilized, will collapse once more. Cannot go back? What about the mortal realm then? What about Uncle Su and the others? What Shurian left you is not just this bone, but also that stone lamp. As long as the lamp remains, there will be light in the mortal realm. Lad, do you want to know? Besides being the gatekeeper, if there's a third path? "7 days have already passed. W. In this Guixu, 7 days is one autumn in the mortal realm. When you grasp the authority of reincarnation, you are no longer that. Lads sweating in the blacksmith shop. I watch them enter reincarnation. Watch them forget their past lives. This authority is more like a curse. Sister, look. This is your favorite color. I searched all over Guixu, and only here did colors bloom. Xiao Bei, I'm not thirsty. Nor am I hungry. But I can feel your great pain. All the bones here are weeping. Listening to these sounds every day. How do you bear it? I've gotten used to hearing it. Like father's sound of forging iron. Sister, the old man said there's a third path to bring you back to the mortal realm. But I always feel he's waiting for me to walk into his trap. Meet. That useless old ancestor actually died by the mortal bone's hand. Guixu has changed masters. Karma is in chaos. That fiend must not be allowed to control reincarnation. Send down divine judgment. Utterly erase Guixu City. Better to mistakenly slay billions of souls than to allow the mortal bone to step into the divine realm. Hall Xiaobei. Look, trouble is coming. Lad, you haven't even gone to find them yet, and they are already eager to move against you. This is the third path I wanted to tell you about. See, the upper realm views Guixu as a thorn in their side. It's because something they fear is hidden here. The true essence of mortals. You want to save Guixu and protect this mortal cycle of reincarnation. The only way is to defy heaven and mend the Tao. How do I mend it? Use your mortal bone as fuel, and the heavenly lightning of the upper realm as fire. But the process will be 100 times more painful than flaying skin and drawing marrow. Don't go. He is now taking the murderous intent of all these immortals in the sky as the fire for forging iron. This final sword, he must forge himself. So this is it. This is your divine artifact. The bones of my people. Suppressing the souls of my people. T. M. Return it to them. Heaven suppressing blockade. It succeeded. It truly succeeded. A 1,000 years of waiting. Finally exchanged for this glimmer of hope. We're going home. Has it brightened? No, what kind of light is this? Since there's still hope, then even if I am pulverized to dust, I will bring it back. Mortal ants. How dare you attempt to shake the laws of heaven? Simply overestimating yourselves. N. Xiao Bei. The sacred body is complete. Guixu is stable. But this door, you cannot push open. Those few in the upper realm activated the heaven-suppressing array. The rift between the two realms, from Guixu to the mortal realm, they have forcibly welded shut. If you try to force your way through with a divine soul, there will only be one outcome. She will be instantly torn to shreds by the crushing force of the two realms. Then I'll tear that rift open even wider. He once taught me, iron doesn't yield if the fire is too fierce. Fate cannot be changed if the bones aren't hard enough. This isn't just a matter of bones. Guixu is a spirit born from Guixu. The mortal realm rejects her. Unless you are willing to give up half of your sacred body's essence gold. In the eye of Guixu's sea, to recast a mortal body for her. But in doing so, your sacred body will no longer be complete. What will you use to contend against the celestial, venerable Yuanshi of the upper realm? As long as she can live. I do not seek completeness. I have a heartbeat. Sister, we're going home. Go. Go tell those high and mighty gods that the spines of mortals cannot be broken. The tribulation descended by the upper realm is meant to turn this land utterly desolate, leaving not a single survivor. The mortal seed is defiled. Karma is in disarray. By the celestial edict of Yuanshi, this realm shall be destroyed. This land bears the surname Fan. You thieves clad in golden skin. Coughed. Audacious fiend spawn. Yuan. You send these insignificant pawns to their deaths? He's returned. He's truly returned. Xiao Bei. Your hair. Uncle Su. My hair has turned white. But my eyes have become clear. The immortal gate has dwelled too long in the upper realm. They've forgotten the sound of smithing beneath this earth. Xiao Bei. The common folk of the city. Can they still be saved? 653. You forsook your perfected divine physique to save an ant. Now, you are no longer a threat. In 3 days, I shall unleash the Grand Sun Annihilation Formation, turning this square of land into scorched earth. You can protect this blacksmith shop. But can you protect the common folk of this mortal realm? Yuan, you are mistaken. Master once taught me. The hardest step in smithing is quenching. These 3 days, I will use the will of the myriad mortals in this realm to forge a sword capable of cleaving the 9 heavens. Xiao Bei. After your father forged that immortal bone back then, he once sat withered before this anvil for 3 days and 3 nights. Before he left, he told me, the hardest thing in this world is not divine steel, but living human lives. This anvil was actually ground out by generations of firekeepers from their own spinal bones. I can feel it. Within it is not merely raw iron, but also a kind of defiance. What father left behind was not a formation, but a sacrificial altar. Xiao Bei. Yuan Shi Tianzuan's Grand Sun Annihilation Array has already begun. The temperature in the sky is rising. The glaciers outside the city are turning into poisonous mist. Are we truly to wait here? No, we won't wait, since he seeks to destroy the world. Then I shall, in this mortal realm, forge a new world into being. S. using a mortal body as a conduit to steal divine power. Shi Xiaobei, you are self-immolating. Even if you forge a divine weapon, your body will also turn to ash. Self-immolation? If it can burn away all the gods and Buddhas in the sky, what matters if I turn to ash? Why have you appeared in the mortal realm? The gate of Guixu is sealed. You couldn't possibly have come out. Foolish girl. Guixu is my prison. And also my cultivation ground. I sent him out to see how he would, in this mortal death trap, refine himself into an immortal embryo. What do you mean? Do you truly believe the mortal bone Shi Yin left behind was meant to oppose the immortal gate? You are mistaken. Shi Yin was also a part of the immortal gate. He was in the mortal realm too. Search for the most perfect vessel. This mortal bone, cultivated to its peak, becomes the purest collection of energy in this world. The old ancestor seeks to seize his body. Yuanshi seeks to refine him. This third path is no road to survival, but to have him willingly refine himself into a key to open the celestial gate that has sealed the upper realm for 10,000 years. And behind the celestial gate lies the true apocalypse. You've finally revealed your true colors. Since Guixu began, you've been waiting for this moment. Indeed. Xiao Bei, don't struggle. Yuanshi Tianzuan is your father's master. This play has been ongoing for 50 years. Just to have you burn away all mortal resentment. Xiao Bei. I'm sorry. There was no choice. Do you see? This is your father. For the continuation of the mortal realm, he chose to use you as a kindling to burn. Now give me the sword. I can let you and this girl live. If even kinship is a deception. If even the mortal bone is a cage. Then I shall sever this deception entirely. All beings as the hammer. Karma as the fuel. My destiny as the blade. This is not a method of the immortal gate. What is this? Seers. Ah. This is what my father never taught you. This is called no poor, one spirit remains unyielding. Xiao Bei. You have forged your own path. This is not my path. Nor is it the path of the immortal gate. That is hope. Guixu. I see the celestial gate. Behind that false sun. Xiao Bei. You severed my guide. Then let you be the sacrifice to open the celestial gate. Yuan sure. This mortal realm, you cannot take it. G. Zishi. If I don't return by dawn. Bury this date candy beneath father's anvil. There lies the last spark of fire to see you away. Brother Shi is forging a path for us. As long as the mortal bone remains unbroken, our spine shall not bend. All who kneel, stand up. You have dwelled in the heavens for too long. You have forgotten that this earth carries immense weight. Shi Xiaobei. You forsook your perfected divine physique for this fragile, sword of mortal heart. Do you think shattering this golden wheel will save those ants? You cultivate the ruthless heavenly Tao. I guard the compassionate mortal world, since you delight in forging mirrors. Then today I shall shatter these heavens. Leaving you no place to hide your hypocrisy. Return. Stripped of that filthy red dust intent. You shall be the first divine general under this seat. This is a boon Shi Yan could only dream of. Ha ha. A boon? This kind of eternal life, gained by draining the flesh and blood of myriad mortals. I find it repulsive. 9 cauldrons suppressing immortals. One able to settle the mortal world. Zishi. This final strike. Must be struck by you. The mortal bone is wild. It is the courage of the mortal realm. The 9 provinces. Rise. 149. That anvil is actually a fragment of the ancient Ancestor of the gods, Jade. Shi Xiaobei. You rebellious disciple, how dare you scheme against this seat for millennia? Master did not scheme against you. He merely believed that the bones of mortals are harder than your divine steel. Yuan sure. This is for me. For Guixu. For all the beings in this world you cast aside as mere dregs, I return this to you. It has finally opened. The true apocalypse. More intriguing than Yuan sure. Haha. It's open. It's finally open. Yuan sure, that hypocrite, guarded this gate for 3,000 years. He feared the truth behind this gate would erase his divine position. But I will let this false world return to primordial chaos. Shi Xiaobei. Heaven's will. If all beings fade into the void, then this heaven's will. I shall change it. The mortal realm is worth it. What is he doing? Xiao. What is Xiao Bei doing? That gate is going to consume us. He isn't trying to consume us. He's using himself to fill that gate. You're insane. That is the outer void. Once you go in, not only will you die, but every trace you leave in the mortal realm, every memory, will be utterly wiped out. If it can bring the peaceful lights of myriad households, I sure shall Bei. Why fear being nameless? Mortal bone, utterly consumed. Ah, I. Why am I here? Where did these wounds come from? How did we? How did we survive? I. Why am I crying? Am I waiting for someone? Who gave me this candy? Eons have passed. The red dust stirs. That forgotten story has long become the cornerstone of this golden age. Master, you always said that in forging iron, it's about metal. But what truly is this metal? It's that in this cold, bleak world, someone must burn themselves to grant others a breath of warmth.